Hey there guys, DJ Slope here from Slope's Game Room, giving you your first update of 2021. Yes, firstly apologies for the audio, that's going through the webcam, sadly. I've actually got a few things set up out in the game room that I was recording some stuff earlier on, and the good microphone's still out there, and that one you can see right behind me that's upside down, broke. It broke on me, which is really sad. It looks really strange from that angle. Oh, it's upside down, there you go. You see that? Yeah, it broke. You'll notice, I think it was a kick scammer video I did, I want to say maybe the 4 terrible Xbox Kickstarters. The audio was just terrible, and it was because I was recording through that and it's broken. Regardless. Yes, this is my video to tell you guys all of my plans for 2021. This is something I would normally put on the main channel, but I'm not this year, and you'll understand why in a moment. And also to let you guys know that Castlevania The Complete History is now going to be split into 2. I'll explain why in a moment. And that first part, which is going live on the main channel next weekend, is available to you guys right now. You'll be able to click down below or above, depending on where you're supporting me, and you'll be able to watch that in its full edited glory straight away. And you'll notice if you play that video alongside the one from the previous one I showed you, you'll see how much has changed. I have added so much in there, and yeah, I'm excited for you guys to see. So yeah, I really pushing myself with these complete histories so much. We're going to go through all of that today, but so proud of this one, and you'll understand why it's getting split into 2 in just a minute. So let's talk about my review of 2020. The year itself was terrible. I don't think I need to tell you guys that. But regarding my channel itself, the ups and the downs and all that sort of stuff, and yeah, we'll go from there on how I plan to change it moving forward into 2021, how this is going to affect you guys, and how it's going to affect everybody that watches the channel in general. So let's get right into this. Firstly, as this video is exclusive to Patrons and YouTube members, I'm going to be going a lot more in depth with the actual stats and the behind the scenes of this channel, rather than, oh, this year I want to make more videos that you would normally put on the main channel. You keep a lot of stuff sort of secret. I'm opening my stats up to you guys, and I'm going to let you guys know everything that's going on. So, got little notes here. Let's have a look. Let's start off with the not so good. My channel, compared to 2019 to 2020, in 2020 it dropped 36% in views, going from 6.92 million to 4.38 million. It dropped 56% in new subscribers. I got 23,800 roughly in 2019. That went down to 10,300 odd. I've got 10,000 in 2020. That's less than 1,000 a month. It dropped 31% in the amount of videos that I uploaded. We'll get into that in a moment. And I've also dropped 10% in not subscribed people watching my channel. It's actually a little bit higher than 10%. That was me roughly working out. I think it was closer to 15. But yeah, I've dropped 10%, we'll say, to be safe in that. Now, as bad as that sounds, the videos I have uploaded this year, I mean, I'll tell you now, I think they're some of the best I've ever made. The retention is up significantly. The external sharing of my videos is up significantly. The female watchers are up a couple of percent, which is always good. It's still below 10. And only just is like 9.6%. It's still nice to get a bit of you know, girl power watching the channel. That's good. And I've got no stats to prove this, but I can assure you my mental health is better, because my positive feedback I'm getting on these videos has gone up significantly. Besides 2 videos I uploaded this year, which I'll tell you now actually, let me scroll down, were the a brand new retro MMORPG sponsored video I did, or what I called a review, naughty me, and the Black Lives Matter, which obviously a very polarizing subject. My views still stand on it. It's just, you know, a lot of people have different views, and both those videos, I got some negative feedback on those. But outside of those 2, I've had nothing but positive, like almost nothing but positive, and so happy for that. So if all of these things are up, why is everything else down? Well, every year I like to try out new things, and there's no point trying something for like a couple of weeks or a month. When you try something, you try it for good, as in a significant amount of time. When I try something, I normally try it for a good year, see how it goes. And this year I tried a few new, as in 2020, I tried a few new things, and I think certain things have worked. Like I say, retention is up, a few other things are up, the sharing externally is up, all that sort of thing. But some things have definitely not, and we're going to be going through what I plan to change about those things moving forward into 2021. So I personally think I'll say this right now, I personally think I'm, like I said, making the very best content I've ever created in 2020. I mean, there were some classic videos always, but when I look back through the amount of energy and everything that goes into what I'm making in 2020, it's leaps and bounds better from 2019 and way before. If I look at my very best videos of the year in order, the best one I did this year was Contra: The Complete History in regards to people watching it, the Coolest Cooler Kick Scammer video, which is one I've done right near the beginning, and Streets of Rage. And I believe Streets of Rage came out, where are you? Oh, okay, they're only about a month apart, Contra and Streets of Rage. So yeah, that wasn't too bad, about 2 months apart actually. Now, I want to always make evergreen content. And for people out there that don't understand what evergreen content is, I like to create content instead of me shouting about look what's happened to my PlayStation 5 or some random clickbaity thing like that. There's nothing wrong with clickbait, but that type of clickbait isn't very good, you know, waffling on for 10 minutes or now 8 minutes just to get a really pointless point across. It booms you up in views big time, but I know a lot of the people that make that content, from speaking to them personally, don't like to make that content, but they do it because it's just too easy and the money's too good. But also, that sort of content isn't evergreen. In other words, when that video goes live, you'll get a shooting views and then practically nothing. The best way I describe this, if I was ever to do the complete history of Call of Duty, that video would do well for the remainder of time, essentially, on YouTube. Where if I did a review of the new Call of Duty game, that video would actually do better, but then instantly no one would ever watch that in a week's time or a month's time, because who cares about Black Ops 2 reviews in 2020, yeah? So as an example of that, of how evergreen videos work on my channel, like I say, Contra was the #1 video I did this year, but the second most popular video on my channel in 2020 was the Vega Plus video. And that was a video I made, was it 2 years ago now? Third was the Coolest Cooler. Fourth was Metroid: The Complete History. Now, I made that video 3, maybe even 4 years ago. Next was the Streets of Rage 2020, and normally right near the top of the list is my old Streets of Rage video that I made. Was the third video I ever created on my channel over 5 years ago. Was it 6 years ago maybe? And that was actually number 13 in my most popular videos of the year. So that's what I like to do. I like to create evergreen content that people will watch for as long as they can, you know, as long as YouTube allows it, as long as YouTube's a thing. So that's the kind of content I want to continue making, and that's what I'm going to continue making, starting with this Castlevania video. The Castlevania video, like I said, I think that is going to, I think that might even knock Contra off in the amount that gets. I'm putting it out, sadly, at a bad time monetarily wise, because you want to put all your big videos out in December. The video took way longer than expected, and then over the Christmas break, you know, you have a bit of time with the family, all that sort of stuff. This room, my office, turned into the mother-in-law's bedroom, so I couldn't really get in here and edit as much. So it is what it is, but it's all good. It means that 2021 is starting off with a massive bang. You're going to be getting this video right now. You can click and go and watch that. Like I say, please do watch this video alongside the other video. Get 2 little windows open. You'll see how much gets changed. Little things. So much energy goes into these videos. I want to continue. I want to continue pushing my editing style. You'll see the significant boost in production value, and that's going to continue. And when I look back through 2020, I've made things like Dizzy the Complete History, obviously that Streets of Rage video, Outrun, MDK. I was so happy with MDK, and Super Hang On. So happy with Super Hang On. I did the Robocop versus Terminator. Green Dog, although obviously no one was going to watch that video. I was so happy how that turned out. Nobody ever anywhere on YouTube had told that story, and I did. The Family Guy video I did at the very first beginning of the year, that's turned out brilliantly. The Sin City video, which didn't pull in the views actually, that was a bit of a downer, that one. I suppose it's very niche, but I'm still very happy with that. The King Scammers, I think I've boosted up a bit there. The Superman story I did this year, the Earth is Flat conspiracy one, the Terrible Twins, the people that stole that Airbnb one, the Stolen Rhyme game, and even my one-off reviews, things like that Super Bowl game when I reviewed the Evercade console, the Carry On game, and Warp Drive. I try and do so much more than just me talking over gameplay footage. I actually try and make it visually appealing, and I think it's because of the production and what I'm doing with these that is the reason why the retention is up, and I do mean it is up significantly when you're making videos that are hours and hours long, not hours and hours, but over an hour long sometimes, and that retention still stays very high. Yes, that proves to me that something's working in that regard. So that's what I want to continue doing. Now, like I say, you're going to have a Castlevania as a part 1 and part 2. Everything was telling me to cut that video in half. One reason is because I want to start getting videos to you guys 1 week early. So even though you're getting it today, it's not going live on the channel until next Saturday or Sunday. And by that point, you guys will see number 2. And then obviously I'll be using that to promote people to Patreon and YouTube members, where you guys will always see videos, the main weekend videos to start with, 1 week early. I do plan to get midweek videos out this year. Like I say, I've gone down 31% in regards to videos being uploaded. The reason for that is because this year's obviously been tough with the whole coronavirus thing. With my wife starting work at a school, I've been the person at home looking after the children, you know, educating them, being the at-home teacher sort of thing, which has taken my focus away a little bit from YouTube for a small portion of the year. Which is fine. I'm still putting out my videos once a week. That was always the plan. But now, and well, sadly, for the next couple of weeks, it looks like it's going to be a little bit like that again. But as soon as I can, I want to get midweek videos out to you as well. Those midweek videos are going to be things like Kick Scammer News. That should not be a weekend video. That's a very easy video to make, but I'm going to try and push it to a midweek video. Kick Scammer News, I'm going to continue working on that. I really think that style has refined itself quite a lot as well over the year. If you go back to look at my very earliest Kick Scammer News and the very latest, you'll see such a massive difference in how they are created and how much information is relayed to you guys. I want to bring back quick shots, and I'm actually getting the help of another YouTuber. It's still not 100% confirmed, so as and when that does get confirmed, I'll obviously let you guys know who that is and all that sort of thing. But I want that to come back at least for once a month, and like I say, that will be midweek content. I do like reviewing games because I like to play games, believe it or not. I'm probably mostly going to focus towards new games with an old twist, and I'll try and get those as midweek videos, like I did with Warp Drive. That was like a Wipeout game with a Jet Set Radio color scheme. That's perfect for me, isn't it? So I'm going to try and do that, continue that as midweek videos. And then one other of those again. So that'll be my 4 midweek videos, but keeping my Kick Scammers, keeping my complete histories and everything in between, the history in the games, that sort of thing, as my weekend videos. Now, relaying so much information to you guys. One of the things I did try this year is I prepped an entire year's worth of social media content. So there's a sneaky way you can do this. I did this a few years ago and it worked, and then I stopped for a couple of years, and then I started again for 2020. And basically what that is, you create 365 images to go out on social media. This in 2020, I boosted that up. I mixed that between videos and images, and what that means is how does it work? So every Monday I have a set going out. I have like Sega Saturday going out. That's like an interesting Sega fact that goes out on Instagram. Or I have like video game death battle that goes out once a week, and I have a video game box art comparison post that goes out once a week. If you're in my Discord, you would have seen there's been they're always getting posted in there because I have bots that send my social media posts to Discord. So I had them all prepped for an entire year, and as good of an idea as that was a few years ago, it didn't really work for 2020. I didn't get really hardly any engagement, and sadly I took a bit of a step back as well, and I didn't really engage on my own posts, which is a bit of a suicidal thing to do. And moving forward, I'm setting time in the calendar to one, I'm not prepping an entire year's worth of work. It's fucking ridiculous, and it took a long time. I'm going to prep a few days at most, and actually set time in the morning to actually have things like YouTube stories. I'm even looking at doing YouTube, they're not called stories, they're called YouTube shorts, but using them as trailers for what's coming up. Big videos, like I say, my Castlevania complete history, stuff like that. You'll probably be seeing a short based on that. Just becoming a bit more, getting a bit more intimate again, like I was a year or so ago with social media. It's so easy just to get bogged down into a video and spend weeks, if not months, on a video, like I have done with this Castlevania video, and then get it out there and then just move on to the next thing. It's such a kick in the nuts to work so long in a video and then not promote it, and then think to yourself, why is no one watching this? You got to put a bit of promotion in yourself, and that's what I plan to bring back for this coming year, 2021. So I've actually got set time in the calendar. That's very much behind the scenes stuff, but hey, you guys get to see that. Hopefully you will see that. Another thing I pushed this year, and I did it every single Thursday besides the odd day change for special events or whatever, is a stream. I streamed every single Thursday. I've done it for 2 hours roughly, and it has kind of worked. So I've been chatting to a couple of other YouTubers that have started streaming on YouTube here and there. Not many people do it, so it's probably quite easy to work out who I've been speaking to. And as soon as they started doing it, it didn't kill their channel, but it heavily shot the channel down. And honestly, my stats are all down, and this is the year I started doing YouTube live. Now, it could be many other reasons, but the fact that I've been speaking to 2 other people and the same thing happens to them, I've been streaming for 4 months and my views went down for 4 months, or, you know, this, and I'm like, I want to continue streaming on the channel. I'm going to continue streaming on the channel, but I'm going to be doing it a bit more special eventy and less frequent. So I want to bring back, we'll see when I actually get around to doing this, but I want to bring back Slope's game show, which is like my live game show that I did. I want to start doing that potentially once a month. It's not that hard to do. Bring that back once a month, and possibly the Kick Scammer live thing as well, because I love doing that, and there's no reason we shouldn't do that more often. Get Smiley Dave involved. That was great fun doing those, and obviously Andrew Dalton over in the Discord, and bring those back. However, that's going to be on the main channel, and I want to try and focus a bit more of my live streaming over to my second channel, and we're going to look at whether it's going to stay on the second channel, or I really don't want to move to Twitch. I've got a fan base on YouTube, and I want to keep it that way. At a push to begin with, nothing's going to happen straight away, but as a push to begin with, I may try and stream to both at the same time. And I know there's no monetary value in doing that on Twitch, but at least I can get an idea on how the stats weigh up. Yeah, the big streams are going to happen on the main channel, but they're going to be less frequent. But you still will see me stream every single Thursday night on the second channel, if not on the main channel. And the podcast, I'm moving from every other week to every week, and that will be recorded on the second channel. So much of that sort of stuff takes so long to prep in the back end. As you know, my OBS, which is what you're watching at now, has to be changed. I have to get different instances of the program to work for different browsers, just so it runs on different channels. It's such a ball ache, but I think it's I really, really like the way my streams work. I like the fact that they are events. Every single one is themed, and I want to continue that. But I can't look away from the fact that, I mean, no one knows because YouTube doesn't tell us, but I think it's hurting my channel overall. The hardcore, I don't want to use the word fans, the hardcore friends, hardcore awesome people that I've met on these, and I get to speak to weekly on YouTube. I've been speaking to them for a couple of weeks, and it looks like they're happy for me to continue as long as I continue on the second channel, and that's what I think I'm going to do. This week's one will go on the main channel because it can't just be an instant thing. I'm going to slowly bring this over to that second channel, but I think that's the way it's going to go. Yes. Yeah, and that's been the biggest change this year. I've been streaming every single week on the main channel, and it's something that I enjoy doing because I don't get to play many games, and at least this way I do. And also, there's nothing wrong in being a retro gamer that hasn't ever played a Metal Gear Solid game or a Pokemon game or whatever. You know, this is my chance to do that, and I can do it live with you guys. And it's quite funny because you get to experience literally my first impressions on a game that came out in the 70s, 80s, 90s, whatever. So yeah, I'm going to continue doing that. I'm going to continue that. It's still going to be themed and everything else. So yeah. Yep, there's that. And like I say, the podcast is going to keep on running. I really enjoy that. That's going to be a weekly thing. And that, like I say, it's going to be on your second channel. And finally, to try and bring in those external views and those external patrons to become patrons or YouTube members, I'm starting up a Slopes email cast, name pending. I need to work on that. But yes, I'm actually going to start promoting my content on an email marketing list. This is something else. This is going to be my new let's try it for a year, see how it goes thing. I've got an itchy nose, sorry. Yes, it's pretty obvious why I'm doing this. It's to promote to people what I'm working on, as in what you can see right now if you're a Patreon or YouTube member. What was uploaded last week. It'll promote the podcast, and it'll promote the live stuff on the second channel. So I've got so many things in so many pies, so many thumbs in so many pies, that I need to just collate it all for people that don't get notified. Recently, a very big YouTuber, again, no names, I was speaking to them, and they said to me, something, I can't remember how the conversation went up, but it was basically, when are you going to stream, or something along those lines. I'm like, really? I've been streaming every single Thursday for a year. And it's like, I haven't been getting any of those notifications. It's just the way it is. And those stats that prove that non-subscribed people, less not subscribed people are watching my content, it proves that YouTube just is not promoting the channel as much. It is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, the email content's just another way to try and get me noticed a little bit more to those people that aren't subscribed or not supporting the show, and that's the plan there. But yes, there you go. That's my massive jump. How long have I been talking? 23 minutes. Whew, hope you guys have been watching on double speed. Yes, so in short, you guys are going to start seeing my content a week early, because that is what I plan. My weekend content, eventually weekday content as well eventually, but weekend content for now. More of those big production videos are coming this year. This year, actually, I've already got underway with the Sega World video. Very excited about that. Got so many people wanting to help out with that as well, which is really good. I obviously spoke to the Smoke and Mirrors Kickstarter people, and I'm going to be doing a video based on the the Coleco Chameleon. I've got an Atari VCS on its way to me, so expect a couple of videos based on that. I'll probably be doing a stream. I'll be doing a review of the console itself, and a kick scammer video based on, you know, the events leading up to its release. Very Vega Plus in that sense. So you've got all of those. Let me have a look in my ideas folder. What else have I got written in my Google Drive? Obviously, yeah, kick scammers. Not kick scammers. The Castlevania. Sorry, that's coming obviously now and next week. There's a lot. There's a lot. Then my Atari VCS is well underway. My Sega World. Pac-Man, I honestly haven't touched for a little while, but I will get back to that. I've actually got a pretty much completed Samba de Amigo complete history, by the way. Maybe the early part of the year is a good time to get that one out. Yeah, I'm still every so often adding to the Sonic the Hedgehog complete history. Don't expect that, not even in 2021. It's just one that will take forever, but it's coming. It's coming. Guys, thank you so much for your support. I hope this update wasn't boring for you. I know a lot of people out there like to find out how the back end of these YouTube channels work and all that sort of stuff, and I promise you, every single one of us, me, Larry, Kim, Nostalgia, and all those, everyone else that you think are all so similar, I absolutely promise you, we all take this so differently. We all give each other advice, but the way we all run our projects, our channels, are just so differently, and this is how I'm running mine. Thank you all so much for your support over 2020, and I tell you what, I watched one of my really early videos when I had a Patreon list of, I think it was like 15 or so, and there's a couple of names still in there, so my god, thank you all so much, guys. I've had a big boost in Patrons and YouTube members this year, which means I'm doing the right thing, I think, to a degree, but that's going to get even better for you guys when you start seeing my content early, and there's a lot more content just there for you to consume. So much love, everyone. I'm going to go chill out now. I'm not going to chill out. What am I talking about? I'm going to go clean up a podcast that I worked on. Yeah, we're going to go from there. So much love, everyone. DJ Soap signing out. Thank you again for 2020. And hopefully I'll see you all for 2021. That was a good way to end it, wasn't it? Yes. Goodbye.